DEVS is Alex Garland's newest project, and the writer-director has crafted a hauntingly beautiful meditation on humanity that's slow to unfurl but hugely dense with meaning. With inspiration from directors like Stanley Kubrick and Ridley Scott, Garland has delivered a miniseries with much ambiguity and ideas that make the viewer work things out for themselves. It's definitely worth remembering as we explore the past, present and future of the term universal determinism. All of this is captured with Garland's signature look at science fiction, as previously seen in Ex Machina and Annihilation. In this video, I'm going to review the new FX show, discussing plot points, characters, and explaining the ending. There will be spoilers for DEVS, so if you have not seen it, I'd advise to watch the series, then return for my analysis. Before I get into it, if you want to stay up to date with any of my TV reviews or movie content, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, remember to give it a like rating. Without further ado, let's get into my recap and review of the DEVS miniseries by Alex Garland. Most of our collective paranoia when it comes to technology usurping our free will and threatening to conquer us all focuses on the obvious: the latest data breach handing our most sensitive information to a foreign power, and the device in our living room listening to every word we say. Alex Garland likes to couch his own fears in broader terms. The tech probably does scare him, but he's more worried about the people behind them, the so-called geniuses and innovators grasping to steal more than fire from the gods. It's the difference between viewing technology as an existential threat literally and philosophically. It's something Westworld has also covered well in its earlier seasons, questioning the core ideas of free will and evolution. However, DEVS is incredibly Garland-esque, who wrote and directed the entirety of the show. It's haunting as a show of marrow-seeping mood and a unity of vision that carries through every frame. Diving into the summary, DEVS is based in the centre of a woodland in Silicon Valley, in which Amaya houses a highly mysterious department that we're initially told is short for developments. We focus on the story of Lily, a software engineer working for Amaya, a cutting-edge Bay Area tech company owned by Forrest, who is appropriately modelled after Jesus. I'd say that Forrest is enigmatic, but so is almost every figure working at Amaya, including Katie, his chief of security, and the half-dozen other figures we meet in what is a very claustrophobic universe. While being a deeply absorbing sci-fi drama, the series actually starts out as a espionage thriller. It all kicks off when programming employee Sergey is promoted to DEVS, and after trying to smuggle out some data out of the department's highly magnetized floating laboratory, he is quickly killed by Kenton, the company's rather hands-on security guy. Turns out Sergey was a Russian spy, and he was trying to feed some information about DEVS back to his curious country. One person who had no idea what he was up to, however, was his girlfriend and fellow Amaya employee Lily, who sets out to discover the truth after Sergey is reported missing. Before long, fake surveillance footage of Sergey burning himself alive emerges. Refusing to believe it, Lily gains the help of her security specialist and ex-boyfriend Jamie, who quickly confirms that the video was just CGI trickery. Kenton did indeed kill Sergey and then burnt his body. For his next trick, he'll try to get Lily thrown in a padded cell. With the mystery of Sergey's death solved, Lily turns her attention to DEVS, needing to know what exactly is going on there. As previously mentioned, DEVS is a highly secretive laboratory with an exceedingly powerful computer at its centre. This computer is able to analyse the variables of absolutely everything, living or not, down to an atomic level. By doing so, it can construct an accurate simulation of how that object or living thing came to be and where it will eventually end up. therefore projecting past and future events like a time-travelling crystal ball. From roaming dinosaurs to Christ's crucifixion, the devs team can view it all. As far as they're concerned, this all-seeing machine is now effectively God. The point of all this, at least from Forrest's point of view, is to prove that life, the universe, existence itself is deterministic. Everything that happens was always going to happen because it's determined by a previously existing cause. In other words, you were always going to do something and there's nothing you could have done to stop it. You don't really have free will. Forrest needs determinism to be true because if it is, it means that there is nothing he could have done to prevent the disastrous car accident which killed his wife and his daughter Amaya, from whom he named the company after. It's due to his motivations that Forrest is infuriated when Lyndon, a young genius also working at Devs, manages to project crystal clear audio of Jesus talking, but only because he went against their instructed methods and instead opted for Everett's many worlds interpretation of quantum physics. It's not our Jesus from our history, it's a Jesus from a history, states Forrest shortly before firing Lyndon. He doesn't want a projection of an alternate world where Amaya lives because that means he's failed to keep her alive in this one. However, as it's later revealed, the many worlds approach is the only one that works with the system, giving them high definition projections. But the machine can't see beyond a certain point in the future because an unknown event involving Lily will soon cause the whole thing to crash. Katie, who is Forrest's loyal and most smartest Devs employee, explains this to Lily when she comes to them looking for answers. Lily is told that no matter what she does, she'll end up at Devs the following night and do something that breaks the system. Determined to prove that she does have free will, Lily insists that she'll be staying at home with Jamie. But her plans are soon interrupted when Kenton turns up at her flat, killing Jamie and then trying to do the same to her. Luckily, she's saved in the nick of time by the friendly homeless man who we've seen throughout the season on her doorstep, who turns out to be another Russian spy with orders to watch over her. With nothing left to lose, Lily decides to head over to Devs, as was predetermined, where she's shown a projection of her shooting Forrest in the face, which causes the magnetized capsule containing them to collapse and also kill her. However, when the projected moment actually arrives, Lily chooses to throw the gun out of the capsule, proving that free will does exist after all. Both of them do still end up dying after the other employee, Stuart, deactivates the electromagnetic field around the capsule, but Lily's act of disobedience is still too much for the system to handle, and it eventually loses its ability to project the future. The chances are the projection they'd been shown was one from another reality, as the machine was still operating under the many worlds principle. The conclusion to the series sees Forrest and Lily wake up inside the system, taking them right back before Sergei's death. Their minds have been uploaded to the program and it isn't made clear how this happened, but they both now exist inside a simulation of an alternate reality. Luckily, they happen to be in one of the happier ones. Forrest gets to be with his wife and daughter in this digital heaven, and Lily gets her life back, although this time choosing to sack off secretive Sergei and seek out Jamie. Forrest makes it clear that he and Lily are the only real people inside the simulation, but when everything in life is seemingly predetermined like a computer program, what's to say that the real world isn't also a simulation? This is the unanswerable question we're left asking ourselves, and it's one that we will continue to ask in reality. Where we initially thought Devs was short for developments, its real title is actually Deus, meaning God. It's a great little nod to Alex Garland's other film, Ex Machina, and fitting for the questions we have at the end of this series. Overall, I'm giving Devs a rating of 4.5 stars. Alex Garland has created a mini-series which greatly uses hypnotism to its advantage. In the pilot episode, we are shown many evocative images through the show's cinematography, from the rippling gold tube in the devs' workspace to the colossal statue of Amaya which towers above the treetops. The visual effects in these scenes have to get praise, as like in Garland's other features, they hide in plain sight, illustrating the slight advancement in a near future world. It's all wrapped up in the musical score by Ben Salisbury and Jeff Barrow, which helps the audience to absorb in the ambience of the soundscape. It's all traditional Garland and a reminder of the great work from the filmmaker and the entirety of his team. Moving on to the performances, Garland doesn't exactly use his actors as props, but in this ensemble, every role has been cast with a very specific purpose. A Garland regular, Mizuno, rarely projects like an actress because she feels natural and unguarded in a show that's all about constructing walls around its mechanics. Garland often trains the camera on Mizuno's profile, especially when she's paired in a long conversation with Alison Pill's Katie, who has also proven in various shows that she can deliver very impactful monologues. Then there's Nick Offerman playing almost without humour and progressively exposing his character's torment in a way that exhibits his barely tapped versatility. They make his story seem uncomfortable yet complete in all the right ways. It's the combination of all these different personas and perspectives which really help to reflect the unknown and the unpredictability of human choice. It's one of the most important questions, and I really like when a filmmaker can create a world which feels real, but at the same time distant in a way which makes us question its possibility. With this said, I really enjoyed what we got in this miniseries, and the only negative that comes to mind is the fact that some of the ideas and the characters explored could have had more time to breathe. By the end of the show, it did feel complete, but there were times where I thought these characters could have had more episodes and even seasons to really broaden this dystopia which Garland has created. But overall, Devs has ended as one of my favourite shows of the year, and paired with Season 3 of Westworld, it really has me thinking deeper about humans and the concept of free will. Let me know down below what you thought of Alex Garland's new show, along with your thoughts on the final episode. I'm looking forward to reading all of your reactions. For more reviews and recaps of shows like Devs, Westworld, Better Call Saul and more, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Again, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like rating. But anyway, let me know what you thought of Devs down below in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.